right, guys, how's everyone doing? We got the Smackdown watch party, the best duo, me and Nick. Just to give everyone a heads up, I'm not going to be on next week. I'll be on like a mini vacation. So, Nick, we'll find you a replacement. Maybe Adam Carl can do it. We shall see. But and here comes Cody. But how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm feeling all right. Just came off being really sick of the past 2 days. Kind of had like a stomach bug or food poisoning really bad late Wednesday night to Thursday. Slept all day. Yesterday, puked like almost half dozen times. But it feels like right now I'm feeling okay now. But hopefully it stays that way.
Yo, you see this?
Right.
This 6-woman tag? You got Rhea, Alexa Bliss, and Vaquer against Naomi, Roxanne Perez, and Julia. Jesus.
Yeah, speaking of Roxanne, prayers for Roxanne. Hopefully she's all right. That stalker apparently that tried to threaten her, come to her house and try and murder her. And apparently that account is being investigated.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, it was in the reports that some stalker is trying to kill or murder Roxanne Perez. It's some kind of creep online, just a fucking loser, and he's being investigated, which is good.
That is awesome, Chad. Great profile picture there. But, Nick, there was something I wanted to talk to you about. So I started the WWE 2K Showcase. I am stuck on the Money in the Bank match.
I told you it was not an easy match to get through. I told you. And that ladder match controls how to grab the thing. It's fucking awful.
How do you do
controls.
How do you do
gotta press like the square, circle, triangle, X buttons on the. If you have like a PS4.
I didn't even get that far yet. Like I got to the part where you have to
unhook the thing, and you got a new mini game, which I do not like.
Yeah, I'm holding the button down to get to the mini game. I'm like, oh god.
The other one where you just use the right analog stick to grab like a green bars, that was not broken. It's like if it's not broken, don't fix it. Apparently, 2K thinks it was broken, need to be changed, which it didn't. But hey, this is 2K.
We got the Seth Rollins faction on SmackDown.
Yeah, well, it's Money in the Bank weekend, man. The SmackDown and Raw participants for the men's and women's Money in the Banks are here, including you mentioned just now the 6-woman tag. And what's interesting, Stephanie Vaquer is competing tonight and tomorrow twice. Tonight for SmackDown and twice for tomorrow's Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank.
Yep.
Which I think is pretty cool. For
and Chad Gable tomorrow. Twice.
Yeah, twice. As El Grande Americano and Chad Gable.
Yeah, I'm still mad that AJ Styles got pinned on his birthday.
I know. As I know a lot of people were, so I feel you. But hey, they teased the shit out of the whole night Monday with AJ Styles or CM Punk qualifying. Nobody was talking about El Grande Americano qualifying, so I kind of figured he would win.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6-woman tag, Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Vaquer, and Alexa Bliss versus Julia, Roxanne Perez and Naomi tonight, LA Knight versus Aleister Black, which they teased last week.
Yep. Here we go.
I wonder who's going to stand tall for the men on the go-home show tonight, because I read a report or rumor from WrestleVotes earlier today or yesterday that it's a possible spoiler that for the women's Money in the Bank, it could go to Rhea Ripley or Naomi. And for the men's, it could be either Seth Rollins or Solo Sikoa. I hope it doesn't go to Solo. He's not ready for a world title, and I don't think he's really world title material. I could see him in the mid-card, but as a world champ, I just can't buy into him as that. Seth Rollins, I wouldn't mind, but he's also a made man. I think it should go to LA Knight. Thinking more about it, I think it should go to LA Knight. And
I have LA Knight winning, but my backup is Rollins. So,
yeah,
man, I found Mike. Oh,
yes, I did read that today. Mike Tenay is.
I've never even heard of that. Really?
Mike Tenay is a former commentator for WCW in the early days of TNA. He was very good back in the day. Yeah, Marcano. Gracias.
Hey, Adam, really, really quick, since you're here. Since I can't be on SmackDown next week, you want to take my spot with Nick? Because I can't be here. I'm gonna be on a mini vacation with my family, so I'm just asking if you can't. It's all good.
It's June Friday the 13th, by the way.
Oh, I'm going away on Friday the 13th. No.
Well, if you don't believe in bad luck day, it's not bad luck day.
Yeah, it's
And
about
speaking of
time.
Friday the 13th, I go for my next foot doctor appointment to hopefully get cleared.
That's next week.
Yes, week from today.
Let's go. Yes.
So it's at 10 a.m. next week, a week from today. So hopefully I'm able to get cleared.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Seth Rollins won the briefcase, but I think he's already a made man. He could win the world title off Jey Uso without the briefcase. And since this is LA Knight's third Money in the Bank this year, I feel like that should be third time's the charm for LA Knight. If he doesn't win here, he'll never win Money in the Bank.
All right. Adam's in.
All right.
He's in for SmackDown next week. Thank you, Adam. That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
And then the Forbidden Podcast the next day.
Yes.
Hey, I just realized that.
I don't see why not, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. After this promo, I got an announcement. So after this promo.
All right. So we got
you know what's weird? You know what's weird, though? Yo, you know what's weird?
Yes.
Seth Rollins cutting a promo, right? Then Paul Heyman standing there doing nothing.
Well, he's a wise man.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to add another member to this faction? I don't see it.
They could. They could at some point. I don't know how you feel. I'm just thinking about this. I thought of this earlier today. There are rumors of Karrion Kross's contract coming up, and they haven't. The WWE hasn't approached him yet about a contract extension. It'd be dumb of them to let him go. Really dumb of them to let him go. But I was thinking, since Karrion Kross has been teasing Sami Zayn, you gotta do the right thing. Sometimes do the bad thing. You gotta do the right thing. It's like, oh, you're a liar. You gotta change to the dark side. Blah blah blah. Something like that. And Kross is trying to manipulate Sami to beat a bad guy. What if Kross is trying to take Sami for a fool, and a fourth man with Heyman's faction is Karrion Kross?
Yeah.
Now, I think Kross could be fine on his own, but I was just thinking that, if not Austin Theory, what if Karrion Kross with Scarlett is with Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins?
The TNA is tonight against all odds. David is watching it right now. Elijah for Trick Williams tonight. That's a good match.
Yeah.
That explains why he was on NXT on Tuesday. That explains it.
Yeah, and Mike Santana was on Tuesday too.
Yeah.
It's a good match main event on Tuesday NXT.
Oh, we got Solo Sikoa, Roman Reigns, and
Well, Jacob Fatu, JC Mateo, and Solo Sikoa.
Okay.
Did you hear the rumor? Speaking of Roman, did you hear the rumor not long ago that Roman Reigns might be getting a little pay cut?
To me, I got two things. One,
what's your thoughts on that?
I really don't care. Like, honestly, I don't care. But two, it's a budget cut. Like, they're making room for more investments going in the future.
I don't think they're going to let him go. I don't think they're going to.
They're not going to let him go. They're just going to lower it down. He's got to agree to it because he's not a full timer anymore. He's
getting paid all this shitload of money and he's part time.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you paying him all this money if he's not there full time? So I mean, Vince. I remember Vince 3 years ago paid him money on top of money and then had him be part time, which was insane. He's not even there full time. So I don't know if it's TKO trying to restructure the contracts. Apparently, it's like I heard they lowballed R-Truth or something. Like he was making too much money, and they tried to.
Dude, look at this! Look at this potential tag team match in the future.
Jacob Fatu starting with Braun Breaker. Take my money, man. Take my money. Mateo and Bronson Reed.
But hey, I'm just going to announce screw it. Oh wait.
Yeah. Hey, you're a man of your word, Mitch.
Yeah. I'll wait.
By the way, congratulations this past Tuesday NXT. The WWE Official debut of Mariah May, by the way.
Yes, yes. Me and Denise were watching it like backstage, and she was like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "That's Mariah May. Are you serious?"
The glamorous Mariah May.
She was in, what was it? Was it the WWE Tough Enough thing? What was she in before?
Like she had a tryout before.
Yes, yes.
That
She
was
had
around the very beginning launching of late 2018 NXT UK.
that was it.
Because
Okay.
Mariah May is British. I think it was her, Danny Luna, who's in TNA. I think they had others like Isla Dawn, Zaya Brookside. I think they had Ginny. I think they had people like them, Killer Kelly, I think. Those kinds of girls that were in NXT UK at the time going into 2019, which I thought was a very underrated brand, but she was a part of a tryout and she didn't get signed. I feel like if the pandemic didn't happen and NXT UK was still strong and around and alive, I feel like Mariah May would have been a big factor on that NXT UK brand for sure. Like a Toni Storm, like a Kaylee Ray, like Piper Niven, etc., etc. Rhea Ripley as well. She did. That was the Hollywood ending match at Revolution this past March where Toni Storm won and had the title on the Titantron at the end. That was like a perfect send-off for Mariah May. I don't think you can get better than that. And honestly, at the end of the day, Mariah made the right decision, I feel. She wouldn't have done a damn thing in AEW, to be quite honest with you. And I think she made the right choice.
Yeah.
And she's going to be a big deal in WWE. She's going to do good. She's going to do good. And she's the total package, too. Look, charisma, personality, mic skills, in ring. She's young. They got everything. She's got everything they look for. And she's going to do very successful in the WWE, I'm telling you now. And her in NXT, I really don't hate at all because you're calling up Jordan Grace, Julia, Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vetcare. The main roster women's division is quite crowded. That there's nothing on the main roster right now this time for Mariah May where they put her in NXT for about a year. She'll make that division down there in NXT her own, and then I would say sometime next year they then call her up to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a reason they put the belt on JC Jane, which was an odd decision. And honestly, a risk taking a chance by Shawn Michaels, which I have to appreciate, like taking chances, like not playing it safe, which I have to appreciate from HBK. So I think there's a reason they put it on JC Jane, and she's losing that belt very quickly. Probably an Evolution or the Great American Bash to Mariah May would not surprise me whatsoever in the slightest.
Yeah, David did this deal last night. That was crazy. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Oh.
I wouldn't mind seeing Fatu and Rollins.
Yeah. And Seth just called Fatu Solo's bitch.
Yeah.
By the way, OTC chants broke out with the Seth Rollins promo too before Solo's group came out.
Yep.
I don't know. Do you see Roman coming out and costing Seth?
I see him coming out tomorrow. I just don't see.
I have no idea.
I would not mind seeing Braun Breaker against Solo Sikoa. Here we go.
Yeah, Braun Breaker. Oh, and Jacob fought too. Okay.
Take my money.
Yeah.
I'm a Jew, so I hold that very tightly.
You don't say. I think Solo versus Jacob for the U.S. title at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think is what they're going to go with.
I would not mind seeing Bronson Reed against JC Mateo.
That's another match. Yeah.
So, all right, let me make my announcement before we start. So, Hardcore Sports Network is officially on Kick. Like, you know what Kick is, right, Nick?
Yes.
So Kick, if you guys didn't know, holy shit, Jimmy.
Jimmy from behind.
Wow, what that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy versus JC Mateo. So you know Jimmy's gonna take the fall.
Yep.
So yes, guys, we're officially on Kick. Make sure you guys follow us there. So all of our streams are gonna be over on Kick as well, especially the watch-alongs and everything. So there you go. So there you go. Make sure you guys follow us on Kick. Really appreciate it. And Worlds Collide tomorrow. I am really excited. We're not streaming Worlds Collide tomorrow, guys. We are not streaming Worlds Collide.
Nope.
So, so it's going to be on YouTube. So that's going to be nice.
Yeah, we're gonna sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. It should be a decent show. Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
They got some good matches. They got Chad Gable versus Vikingo for the AAA World Title.
Yeah.
They got Javon Evans. Pull up the card a little bit right here. They also got Javon Evans. They got here we go. Yeah, Javon Evans, Ethan Page, Laredo Kid, and Ray Phoenix for the North American Championship. Legado del Fantasma versus Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown. And then they got Stephanie Vetcare and Lola Vice versus Cheek Tormenta and Dallas. And the LWO, this is Dragon Lee, Crusto Toro.
Yep.
And no Walking Wild. I think he's on a concussion protocol. He got like an injury scared early this week. He's okay, but taking his place for the 6-man tag is Lince Dorado, former Cruiserweight Classic participant, and they're taking on Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana.
Yeah. So David comes in and goes, Mitch, TNA has a surprise wrestler on tonight. Might be who do you think it is?
You know, it's funny. I read a rumor not long ago before we went live. Cedric Alexander might be signing with TNA.
I thought he already did.
No, he's not signed to AEW. He's not signed to any promotion at all right now.
Oh, I thought he was already signed somewhere.
No, he's a free agent still, and the rumor going around is that he might sign with TNA.
That's the right fit for him.
Yeah, TNA is
That's the right fit. Yeah.
Him.
I don't want him to go with AEW. I really don't. Because they're already there with Hurt Syndicate. They got MJF there. Like, what could they really use for Cedric Alexander there?
And, I mean, he'll be hot for about 4 weeks. Then he'll feel like everyone else.
Yeah.
And I feel like with him in TNA would be a better fit, honestly, thinking about it right now. Like, could you imagine? And they had a WrestleMania 34 showdown for the Cruiserweight title, Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander. Can you imagine those two running? Could you imagine those two doing that, like having that showdown again, but on TNA? Imagine.
That would be crazy.
Where Mustafa Ali is now and where Cedric would be if he went to TNA, I think that would be fucking awesome.
That would be crazy.
And there's a lot of stuff for Cedric to do in TNA. He can do the X division. He can do the tag team division. If built up properly, maybe a world championship. Imagine like Ali versus Cedric at like a big TNA pay-per-view. I think that would be great.
Yeah.
So I honestly think TNA is a good fit. I wouldn't be upset with it because I think you'll just get lost in the shuffle in AEW.
Yeah,
everyone expected it, and he might show up in TNA. So whoever the surprise is, definitely in the chat, let us know.
Here, read David's comment real quick.
I think R-Truth would make a good agent in one of the companies and do some part-time wrestling stuff. Yeah, could be R-Truth. It could be R-Truth.
So I forgot to ask you, who do you and Pyro have to win the women's IC title match?
They got Becky.
So does Pyro.
I think so, yes.
So on Hot Takes and Headlocks, AK and Joe, then we were Lyra Valkyria. Hey, if they get it right, they get a point. If you know, that would be a make or break. That would be it right there. Whoever gets that match.
Yeah. Yeah. And now it's Jimmy Uso versus Jason Mateo. I really don't care for this.
I really don't care.
Can I just say this right now? Jimmy Uso, I'm hoping and praying there's a draft before SummerSlam this year. Get Jimmy Uso to fucking Raw and get him back with his brother Jay and reunite
Oh
the
my
Usos.
God.
Just reunite the Usos on Raw.
Just
and
do something.
Like Raw's tag division needs all the help they can get. They have no fucking teams. Get the Usos back together on Raw. That would help a lot.
Correct.
And I don't see Jey Uso holding a world title that much longer, so just get the Usos back together. I think they're better together than they are separate. I mean, Jimmy's doing nothing on his own. Jay's the more popular Uso, but he's not holding a world title that much longer. I feel he's losing that title very, very soon. And after he loses the title, what else do you do with Jay? Just get the Usos back together at that point.
Yeah.
And Raw could absolutely use a lot, and Raw's tag team division needs all the help they can fucking get. Like there's no teams on Monday Night Raw. The tag division on SmackDown and Raw is like night and day.
Yes.
So there's like 3 teams on Monday Night Raw. 3 teams. That's not a division.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go. Got it. Tag team wrestling was better back in the day. It definitely was. Definitely was.
I feel there should only be 1 tag team titles, and the men's tag team champion should float. You could have a brand split and have a tag division on Raw, tag division on SmackDown, but you don't need 2 sets of men's tag team titles. There's not enough depth to have 2 tag team titles. Just have 1 set of tag titles, merge the tag team titles with the division, and have only 1 set of men's tag team champions, and have the men's tag team champions float between both Raw and SmackDown. It would make for a much better and healthier division in the tag team.
It would.
I mean, look at the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor late 2023, and that was only 1 set of tag titles. Look at how great that was. I don't understand why they had 2 sets of tag titles again. It just doesn't work with the depth they have right now and the tag team divisions on both shows. One has more than the other, which is very unbalanced.
Yeah.
And you don't want too many titles in a company also.
You really don't.
I remember Jim Ross saying years ago, the more titles you have in a company, the less value and prestige that the previous said titles will have and feel. I feel like we don't need 2 men's tag team titles.
We don't even need the women's tag titles.
No, yeah. Yeah, those titles are fuck. And now that you have the 2 women's mid-card titles, the fuck need the women's tag team titles for? Those women's tag titles are worthless anyway.
Yeah. I almost forgot who had the women's tag titles.
Yeah, they're
I almost forgot.
There's 0 fucking teams, dude. 0. And like Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter were released a month ago, and they were the only legit women's tag team that got released a month ago. At this point, just burn the women's tag team titles. They've been worthless since 2019 when the Iconics won them at WrestleMania. And if the women can have 1 set of tag titles, why do the men have to have 2? It makes absolutely no goddamn sense. Again, at this point, burn the women's tag team titles. I'd gladly have a bonfire and burn them, and burn the women's tag belts.
Yeah. It's just too many titles in general.
Yeah.
I don't care what promotion. Dude, Mercedes Moné won another title.
4 titles, and she's going to win her 5th title all in Texas against Toni Storm. Don't you worry. It's coming. It's coming.
I love Mercedes Moné. I love Sasha Banks, but god dang.
5 fucking titles? 5 titles?
How many did Kenny Omega have?
More than that.
He had more than 5?
Probably half a dozen at least. I couldn't tell you, but...
Well, there was I guess he had a tag team title.
Yeah, but holy shit. Holy shit. Talk about feeding Mercedes Moné's ego.
Jesus Christ.
And those titles don't mean jack shit anyway.
They really don't.
Too many titles in wrestling in general. There's too many. I mean, for WWE, you can have your WWE title and your world title, your Intercontinental and your US title. Same thing with the men and the women, but a women's tag team title, I'm sorry, that shit's gotta go. 2 sets of men's tag titles, that's gotta go. 1 set of men's tag team titles, all you need.
It would make that really gonna happen? Omega against Okada?
Yep.
That's gonna be good.
They're merging the Continental and the International title.
Ooh.
Which I'm like, good. They like too many fucking titles and they're unifying titles, which I think is a great move.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you want all these titles merged? Why do you want less titles? The more titles you have, the less prestigious they're gonna fucking feel.
It doesn't even feel like a company.
What?
It doesn't even feel like a company. It feels like a circus.
Yeah, it's like at this point, the more titles Tony Khan adds, everyone in AEW is going to be a fucking champion at this point.
Yeah.
It's with the titles that, just like every title every other week Tony Khan introduces to his company. Now I'm hearing rumors that Tony Khan may introduce the AEW women's tag team titles. Yeah, let me see that one play out and work out.
Yeah.
That will fail miserably. I'm telling you now if that happens.
Stupid question is John Cena on SmackDown tonight? I don't think so, right?
I think he's having a face-to-face with Cody.
Less is more. Back in the day, the title meant something. You were invested in the titles.
Absolutely, yes. Quality over quantity. Less is more. The more titles you have, the less prestigious the previous set title is going to feel. That's not good. Even with the WWE 2 world titles on the main roster, doesn't matter if they have the world heavyweight title, nothing against the world heavyweight title, but the WWE title was, and will always be the #1 title in that entire company and in this entire industry of pro wrestling. The WWE Championship.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, just to remind everybody, I'm not going to be on next week, so Adam Carr will be taking my spot. So, that'll be great. I'll set everything up. That means everything to me. So, Adam Carr, if you're still here, thank you. Because, yeah, maybe me and him can rotate. That'd be kind of cool, right? 1 week me, another week him. Well, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh! Because I know it's very late for him there. I know it's very, very late.
It is.
That's why I was like hesitant to ask him, but hey, he said he'd do it.
Or like maybe one half him and the other half someone else.
Maybe. Yeah.
That could work.
Yeah, David, I'm going down to the store next Friday. Friday night, I'll be back Sunday, pretty early afternoon. So that's my plans next weekend. It's Father's Day weekend, so we're going down.
And speaking of the Jersey Shore, I will be there from June 8th to June 10th. I'll be coming back afternoon on June 10th.
I forgot. Yeah.
Early Sunday, June 8th. So I will be here for the watch long for Money in the Bank, but once it's over, I'm just going to hit the hay after that.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Yeah. So I just realized, too. Yep. I already talked to Pyro. He's good with that for the Monday night post show. He's good on that. Oof.
Some whisper in the wind action from Jimmy Uso. JC Mateo kicks out. Yeah, Jimmy Uso is dying on this fucking show. Please can we get a draft, and please can we get Jimmy Uso drafted to Monday Night Raw with his brother Jay. He's much better off with his brother than he is on his own. And it was dumb to break up the Usos 2 years ago to begin with. That was so stupid. At SummerSlam 2023 when they broke them up, that was fucking dumb. The only reason they broke them up was to have Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania 40, which fucking bombed. A disaster that match was. It was not a good match. And I was there live for that show last year, and so was this guy Mitch.
Yep.
The match was boring. Not
Which
a
match
good match.
again?
Jimmy versus Jay, Night 1, WrestleMania
Oh
40.
my God. Yeah, I was there.
That match was boring.
I
Not
was shocked how quick it was.
Yeah, it was not a good match whatsoever. No in-ring chemistry. The match just the match was just terrible. And that's the only time you're going to get Jimmy versus Jay, thank goodness. Now it's time to get them back together. And the Raw Tag Division could absolutely use them. Or if you want to add another in the tag division, JC Mateo and Solo Sikoa. After Solo is done with Jacob Fatu and Jacob Fatu beats him at SummerSlam, how about we get Solo and Mateo in the tag team division?
Yeah.
Or if you do Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed.
JT lost.
Oh,
Dude, Jimmy won.
fruit roll up. The most devastating move in all of wrestling, as Adam Carl would say, the fruit roll up.
Wow.
I don't know how I feel about it. That was.
Jimmy was due for a win, though.
I know, but I mean. Well, it's teasing tensions with Fatu in the bloodline. So I will say it and plays to the story. At least Mateo wasn't buried. He wasn't buried, by the way. But at least Fatu kind of intervened, and it plays to the storyline. And Fatu's eventually leaving that bloodline soon. It's going to lead to Solo versus Jacob for the U.S. title at SummerSlam. But
Oh, okay. So it's the final words.
yeah, tonight, Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, and John Cena, Logan Paul. I feel like with this match tomorrow, Logan Paul is definitely eating the pinfall.
That's where I went. But this is Joe brought up a very good point. Joe has I think he has Cody and Jay winning just because of they're trying to further the title rematch.
Hold the thought. Zelina Vega and Julia. Zelina Vega said she worked her ass off to get this. You gotta be kidding me.
What is up, Alexander? What do you think is the best WWE PLE so far this year? What do you think is the best PLE this year?
Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber, for sure.
Zelina Vega against Piper Niven.
Oh, Jesus.
We already know who's going to win.
Why? Why? You gotta be kidding me. I can't wait for this women's U.S. title to come off fucking Zelina Vega. The sooner the better. And by the way, Zelina Vega is fucking terrible as a wrestler. She's not a good wrestler. Dude, she botched a 619 on Saturday night's main event. Can't wait for that title to come off of her.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. Probably. I'll probably watch that, David.
Oh, shoot.
I forget what the movie is though.
Uh-oh. Jacob Fatu, Damian Priest backstage. This is something I could get behind right here.
There you go.
You know what I mean? As Jacob
Oh
Fatu.
my God.
You know what I mean? That's what he says nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mitch, I got to ask you a question. Do you care for Piper Niven and Zelina Vega? Me
I
neither.
like Zelina Vega. I don't care about Piper Niven.
I just don't buy Zelina beating Piper as believable. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of Zelina Vega. That's just me. I feel like she's just better, in my opinion, as a manager than as a wrestler.
I can understand why you go that way.
Like I remember she managed Andrade in Black and Gold. That was great.
Yep.
But
Hey, Graveyard. Where have you been? I haven't seen you in a minute.
long time, yes. So it's a Bakersfield street fight. You could make this a Balls Count Anywhere. I still wouldn't care for this fucking match.
Yeah, yeah, David, I know. Is it
Oh,
there's stuff AJ's out. There's something telling me back in my head that they're gonna release AJ. I just got a bad feeling.
I can't see it.
I don't know. It's just like a bad feeling
Well,
here because I think Miz is gonna be gone.
I did read he's taking time off, so I don't know.
Who is?
Miz is taking apparently time off. I read something he's taking time
Oh,
off.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read something he's taking time off. But AJ Styles apparently he's scheduled for Raw tapings going forward, so I can't see him being gone. I can't.
Okay.
I don't know what TKO's doing. Apparently restructuring the contracts. What the fuck they're doing? Apparently, I don't. It's some rumor. I don't know. I don't think it's legit. It's just a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt, unless it's true. Like there's a report or a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Apparently, there's a rumor going around. Roman Reigns may get a pay cut.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
We briefly talked about it before. Um, hold on a second. Come on, come on. Oh,
Apparently, Roman Reigns may get a pay cut with his
yeah,
contract coming
yeah.
up
I
after
would,
WrestleMania
yeah.
next year.
Like I said, it's gotta happen if they're. He's a part timer. I know he's dealing with leukemia and stuff, but it's just like they got to do what they got to do for the company. I've been good, man. I've been good.
I
Yeah,
remember Vince signed him to a part-time big money contract 3 years ago. It was insane. Like paying him all these millions of dollars and he was a part-time talent coming out of WrestleMania in 2022. It was just ridiculous. And
yeah.
Vince just overpaid the shit out of people just so they didn't go anywhere else. And I don't know if TKO is trying to restructure the contracts or what they're doing, but I
No more guys here.
some people are saying, "Oh, Roman Reigns, they're going to push him out. He's leaving WWE. He could go to AEW." Folks, Roman Reigns is not leaving WWE. It's not happening. I can't see him leaving. And Mitch, I'm sure you feel the same way.
Yeah,
Roman Reigns is not going anywhere. They paid Braun Strowman a shit ton of money and they let him go because he was making too much money.
yeah.
Yeah, Tony Khan. Yeah, David, I agree. Tony Khan overpays for everyone. Just look at what he's doing with Mercedes, overpaying the shit out of her. Look where she is now. Like what she's getting paid, like $3 million at least in AEW. You think she'd make this money in WWE? I don't think so. Like Mercedes is worth a lot, but I don't think that much. She's worth every penny, but not too much. The $3
No,
million, whatever Tony Khan's paying her, is way too fucking much. Clearly, because you see what Mercedes is now on AEW television, and it's not good. The division has not been that good since she's come, and it's all thanks to Tony Khan and his incompetent booking.
yeah,
Speaking of AEW, Mitch, apparently AEW 2 nights ago, 4 hour AEW show with Dynamite and Collision combined, 4 hour show.
yeah.
I did not watch, and
I didn't either
you missed nothing, Mitch. I swear to God, you missed nothing.
because they didn't want to compete with Money in the Bank.
Also, they got the NBA Finals as well.
NBA Finals is Sunday, not Saturday. Oh right, yeah. AEW the NBA Finals game 2 is Sunday.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it's insufferable to watch a 3 hour SmackDown, but a 4 hour Dynamite Collision? Like, talk about fucking waste of 4 hours you can't get back, bro. It's just miserable, like, to sit through a 4 hour wrestling show. I didn't even watch the show Wednesday, and I missed nothing. Adam Carl did, unfortunately, and it was 4 hours of nonsense.
They do. They do. I like game one was last night. Game two was Sunday. I hate it.
And apparently, SmackDown this month was supposed to go back to 2 hours, but apparently, USA Network is happy with the third hour. I don't know why, but apparently
Yeah.
now they're trying to figure out a way to go back to 2 hours. It's like the late September, early October for the season premiere. I doubt they move it back to 2 hours then. I think USA Network is just fucking clueless. Like, no wrestling show needs to be 3 hours, and I think USA Network just doesn't get it. At this point, I can't wait for SmackDown to get off USA Network.
Everyone gets burned out. Yep. They did it for money. I can understand that, but as a consumer, no.
And USA Network's a shit network. Like, what do they have going for them? Law and Order, SVU, repeats. That's all they have. Other than that, they're a shit network. Can't wait for this show to go get off the USA Network and get on to something else that will make them 2 hours.
Zelina wins. Or not. I love Chelsea Green's
Yeah, the
face mask.
mask. Yeah. The Mikinuchi driver on the concrete.
Julia's here.
Julia.
This. Wait. Wait, look at this.
Oh, man.
Wow.
So Julia's helping Zelina Vega.
I thought it was a regular match, not a no DQ.
It was a Bakersfield street fight.
Oh. Didn't feel like it at all.
It was boring.
You and I were just talking.
Yeah, I didn't even care, and I missed nothing with this fucking match. The sooner we get the belt off Zelina Vega, the fucking better. Match was boring, and you see why Mitch and I were just conversating during this match. You see why. Then Julius attacking Zelina. Here we go.
Evolution.
There we go. Yes. Julia Tuck and Zelina Vega. Yes. Here
Finally,
we go. Northern Lights Bomb by Julia. Beautiful Madness.
That is Evolution. So that means she's not winning Money in the Bank.
No, I don't think she's winning anyway, but I think she takes the belt off Zelina Vega. That's for sure.
Yeah, Evolution. I don't see it at Night of Champions.
Nah. I think Evolution's the better bet.
When is Night of Champions anyways?
June 28th in Saudi Arabia.
So that's like at 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Dude, back in the day, I wasn't able to tell them apart. Now I can.
Jimmy and Jay, yeah. And Jimmy and Jay together. You see how much better they are than they are separate together?
I wanted to ask you something. So for the WWE 2K Showcase, right? We had to wrestle as a 3-minute against AOP. Who the hell is 3 minutes?
Like you have to put someone through a table in 3 minutes? Like
No, that was the match. You were against AOP.
Yeah.
Yeah, who the hell is 3 minutes?
3-minute warning.
Yeah, who the hell are they?
Jamal and Rosie.
Where are they now?
They're both. Well, Jamal is AKA Umaga, who passed away.
Oh, that is Umaga? Oh my God.
They're the same person, Jamal / Umaga, same guy. And Rosie, the brother of Roman Reigns, Rosie also passed away in 2018.
They both did? Oh shit.
Yeah, Rosie passed away, I think, in 2018. Umaga died at the end of December 2009, and Jamal's the same guy.
Because I remember that match. I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're both sadly no longer with us. And I remember 3-minute warning back in the early Ruthless Aggression era. They took out guys like the Dudleys, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
I think they wrestled Spike Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley, and Jeff Hardy at the 2002 Survivor Series in a 6-man tag team elimination tables match in Madison Square Garden. That was where Devon Dudley came out, reunited with Bubba Ray, was Devon.
Yeah.
And that was when Devon was a part of SmackDown after his failed Reverend Devon gimmick. After it didn't go anywhere and he was floundering on his own on SmackDown, I think they had some kind of trade where the Big Show got traded from Raw to SmackDown, and they traded him for 4 different guys, and Devon Dudley was one of them. And Devon got traded back to Raw to reunite with Bubba Ray and Spike. And I remember that happening, man. And I think Jamal and Rosie in the 3-minute warning, I believe, were also with former WWE wrestler by the name of Rico.
I don't remember that.
He used to manage the tag team in early 2002 of Billy Gunn and Chuck Palumbo. Billy and Chuck.
Oh my God.
Former tag team champions, Billy and Chuck.
That is crazy.
And Rico tried to be the mess man of Billy's and Chuck's. Rico tried to manage gay marriage with Billy and Chuck. On SmackDown in the fall of 2002, Rico said he would be the best man at the wedding for Billy and then for Chuck. And then it all led to a ruse where this old pastor, saying, "Do you accept?" It was this looked like an old man, but it was a fake. It was a disguise, really Eric Bischoff, when he said, "Wait a minute, did I hear myself just say 3 minutes?" And he pulled the old skin off, and it was Eric Bischoff. Then SmackDown GM, and then SmackDown GM Stephanie McMahon got Samoan dropped into oblivion by Jamal, and they laid her out. And that was when Rico left SmackDown for Raw, and he turned on Billy and Chuck. I remember that. Early days of Ruthless Aggression era and the first brand split, really good stuff. And the star power at the late 02 at the time was stacked. You had Brock Lesnar, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, rising stars like Batista, Randy Orton, John Cena. Rey Mysterio had Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. You had Kurt Angle, Mark Henry, Edge, Christian, Chris Jericho, Lance Storm, William Regal, Test, all these guys, Kane as well, Booker T and Goldust, RVD, etc., etc. Jeff Hardy as well, Matt Hardy version 1. When they broke up the Hardys in late 2002. They had the Cruiserweight division. You had Billy Kidman, who was very underrated. You had Paul London and Brian Kendrick at the Big Show. You had all these other guys. A-Train was another one. Undertaker. Very underrated back in the day.
Which show are you going to?
Wildwood Crest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Longport.
Nice. Nice.
Wait, is this true? Ric Flair's been diagnosed with skin cancer for the second time in 3
did read
years.
that. Sadly, it is. And this guy not long ago said something he should not have said on Twitter to Jim Ross, who just had cancer too.
Yeah.
So I guess, and I don't wish cancer on anyone, but karma certainly came back to bite Ric Flair in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, he should not have said what he said to Jim Ross on X.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, I'm hoping Ric Flair beats this cancer, but next time, don't say anything bad like that to Jim Ross. Word of advice to Ric Flair: don't talk shit to Jim Ross, especially a guy at Jim Ross who was just battling cancer. So that's all I gotta say on that.
So what channel is?
And fuck cancer, by the way.
Yeah. What channel is Worst Collide going to be on? Is that the WWE?
I think so.
That's what I think too. Okay.
If I was a betting man, I would say the WWE's YouTube channel.
LA Knight against Aleister Black.
Yeah.
This is going to be a fun one, but I know it's going to be.
Oh, right. Oh, we're getting it now.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Wow.
Dude, it's already 9 o'clock.
I know.
This show's going by fast.
A little bit. Yeah. Apparently, some other news. Apparently, there was some stalker to Roxanne Perez who threatened to come to her house to murder her. Apparently, the stalker online on X was like, I know your address. I'm gonna come get you and murder you. Apparently, some stalker to Roxanne Perez. Almost a similar shit. Remember what happened to Sonya Deville 5 years ago? Some stalker wanted to kill her.
Yeah.
And they got arrested. That was awful. Now the same thing almost closely this, and now the same thing close to that to Roxanne Perez, and I feel really bad for her. The stalker, the asshole stalker. I hope he gets what's coming to him. Fuck him. Like threatening to murder her and come to her house and try and kidnap her and kill her. Like, fuck that guy. Like, what is with people these days? Some people are just fucking weird and creeps. Well, that was a mixed reaction, says LA Knight regarding El Grande Americano.
Hey, Joseph. I am watching Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
Hey, what is up, James Barreto? What is up? Hit that like, hit that subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on my channel. What is up, Joe? What is up, fellas? No,
Joe?
they haven't added a fifth match. They have not.
They should have really added a fifth match.
I think the Money in the Bank matches alone would each take an hour.
Probably. Probably.
Wait, it's not even on to 10 o'clock at night? Dang.
Oh, wow. Ugh.
That means it's not going to be. Is that on regular pay-per-view or is it like on another streaming service?
I think it's another streaming service. I would
Damn.
assume.
Oh, okay. I can find that.
Unfortunately, I can't get access to TNA because they're on Access TV. Unfortunately, I don't get that.
I think I got it, but just can't. I just don't feel like finding it.
Yeah. And for me, I just don't have any access at all. So
It's a
otherwise,
TNA
I would
streaming
gladly
service
watch
thing.
TNA.
It's weird that their pay-per-views are on a Friday night.
During SmackDown, yeah.
This is Aleister Black's fifth match, dude. Fifth.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like there's going to be a fuck finish. I feel like there's going to be a fuck finish with this match because Black can't lose and LA Knight can't lose.
And guys, Premium Taste is now live with Mac, the Giants fan, and Adam and Zion Zenith. They are live right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Say what's up to those guys, man.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Nick! I
Yes.
just found out there's a UFC event going head to head with Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank.
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit!
I don't care for UFC. I'm sorry, I don't.
I'm not a UFC fan, but it's just like, really during Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I don't care for that shit at all. I don't.
That is honestly crazy.
Mm-hmm.
On the way. You know what? I got an idea. I'm gonna make the Raw thumbnail now.
Yeah,
Just get that out of the way.
yeah.
Uh, I gotta put Gunther on it. Actually, I should wait for Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, I gotta put Gunther on it. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'll probably do that. I'll do that Sunday. All right. I'll be right back.
All right. And right to a commercial break. And 3 hour SmackDowns are fucking boring. We gotta wait till at least the fall for this 3 hour SmackDown shit to be over. And I doubt even then they move it back to 2 hours. US Network just can't help themselves with a 3 hour show. They just can't let it fucking go, which is sad. Can't wait for the show to get off USA Network. The sooner they get off the sooner SmackDown gets off USA Network, the better. I'm not sure when their USA Network TV deal is up, but when that shit's up, I'm hoping they don't renew with them and get the fuck off USA Network. That's what I'm hoping. The sooner they get off USA Network, the better SmackDown is going to be.
What is up, Temple?
What's up,
What is
Temple?
up, man? Oh,
Yeah, 3 hour SmackDown is typical fucking boring. Neck breaker from LA Knight.
I said someone would interfere.
Yep, Seth Rollins interfered. Laid out LA Knight. Yep, right call because Aleister Black can't lose and neither can LA Knight. Can't get pinned or submitted. I think this is the right call.
That pretty much means Seth is not winning.
Well, usually whoever stands tall in the go-home show usually doesn't win at the pay-per-view, or PLA,
Yeah.
rather. I don't know. Uh-oh. Seth Rollins just runs it right into Aleister Black.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Braun Breaker. Spear. Braun Breaker just speared the hell out of Aleister Black. And Rollins' faction is now taking over SmackDown.
A swanton.
Bronson
Oh
Reed
my
with
God.
a senton on LA Knight. And here we go now. Braun Breaker. Spear on LA Knight. So I was going Seth to win. Maybe he doesn't win tomorrow.
I picked me and Denise picked LA Knight. Who'd you pick to win?
I was picking Seth, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Bet with this beatdown tonight, he may not win tomorrow. If Seth loses tomorrow, I think Roman Reigns comes out and costs Seth the briefcase.
Yeah, I think that's sure gonna happen.
He should be back around this time by now.
Yeah.
The tournaments begin with 4 fatal 4-way matches in the men's and women's division in the women's events. From there, it becomes a quarter-round singles competition with semifinals and the finals. And those finals will take place in the outside arena. And then the champions will be faced to the North.
Wait, when is this gonna happen now?
Hold on.
Oh, it's gonna be at SummerSlam.
At the biggest event of the summer, SummerSlam.
King and Queen of the Ring in Saudi. Whoever wins gets the world title match of the respective brands champion at SummerSlam.
I like that.
I kind of wish they did a round robin tournament, but we're getting King and Queen of the Ring.
I'm not big into UFC, neither is Nick. Oh, there's Jay Cargill.
I will say in Aleister Black, Seth Rollins, do you take my money? Especially they got to follow up on Aleister Black losing his eye to Buddy Murphy, who was with Seth Rollins in the summer of 2020 at the time. They got to follow up on that. So I would not mind that feud whatsoever.
Wait. Oh my God. It could be a triple threat at SummerSlam. If Jade Cargill wins, Jade Cargill, then you get Naomi, Cassie in. You could get an Infinity Stratton. You could do that.
Oh, you're Charlotte.
There he is. What is up, Taco?
What's up, Taco?
They have Slim Jim on a goddamn table. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
So with the King and Queen of the Ring going into Saudi for Night of Champions,
That's who I got, Temple. That's who I got.
yeah, for the King and Queen of the Ring going into Saudi for Night of Champions, for the King and Queen of the Rings, I'm thinking who could win. I think. I have a feeling a Raw male is going to win the Men's King of the Ring, and the SmackDown female is going to win the Queen of the Ring.
I can't wait for the qualifying matches.
Yeah. Yeah. No Grande Americano, but Master Gable. I'm telling you now, Chad Gable and Vikingo is going to be a damn good match tomorrow when Worlds Collide. Looking forward to that match.
Penta.
Penta.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to be a tag team match, and then Seth Rollins is going to interfere.
Yeah.
See?
So he took out LA Knight. He's going to take out Penta and Andrade.
Wait, Tiffany doesn't even have a match tomorrow night.
No.
I think they're saving it for Evolution.
Yeah. Yeah. So he took out LA Knight to Seth Rollins. He's going to take out Andrade and Penta.
Nick, you're going to like this. Hold on. So we have, hey, there's Pyro.
What's up, Pyro?
What's up, man? So you guys are gonna like this, Pyro. You're gonna like this too. If you want to, Pyro, it's your call. Nick is gonna be on it. Mac is gonna be on it. AK Joe might hop on, I think. So it's your call. But you guys are gonna like this. So we have a TikTok, right? The Hardcore Sports Network TikTok. This
Yeah.
one TikTok has 31,700 views.
Wow.
Oh, it's not dark enough? Yeah, it's 8:36 where you are. It makes sense. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Rhea!
Yeah. Mommy, Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, this is a 6-woman tag.
So this is. So I thought this would main event. No.
The main
Oh yeah,
event is
John
going to
Cena.
be the.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to go with Oates supply. Okay. Yeah, that's a good call. And by the way, Pyro, Hardcore Sports Network, it's officially on Kick. We're officially on Kick now. So I'm about to put the link in the chat. Yeah, I just created it a couple days ago. On Wednesday, I think.
Yeah. Stephanie Becker, La Primera. The Dark Angel, La Primera, Stephanie Becker. I tell you, Miles Bourne is one lucky man, though. He's currently dating Stephanie Becker. So Alexa Bliss come out after Stephanie Becker and Rhea Ripley come out. After Tiffany Stratton came out.
Yep.
So 6-woman tag is next.
Yep. Yes, it is. Oh man.
Dude, it's crazy what happened this week recently with Elon Musk and Trump.
Oh my god. I
Crazy.
don't really pay attention to that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm not big into politics at all. I stay out of it.
Mhm.
But it's crazy what happened. I stay out of it, but it's nuts what happened with Musk and Trump.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Musk fan. I just stay out of it. All that money coming from Musk and owning X or Twitter.
Yeah, Pyro really likes politics. On his channel, he had like the election stuff.
So, where's the? I want to see that comment. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Musk finally found Trump to be who he is. That's all I'll say about the matter. I promise. Yeah, I stay out of it. So we don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I stay out of it. I don't really care what happens look, I'll be honest, I don't give a shit who the president is as long as we have a strong president is all I care about. As long as our country's not going in the fucking ground. That's all I want. I don't care who the president is as long as the president is qualified for the job. That's all I'll say. But
Naomi, there's my pick.
Yeah.
That's my pick. That's your pick too, right? Naomi, right?
Yes. Yep. Naomi's my pick all the way. My backup's
Who-
Roxanne Perez after what happened with the reports of the stalker to her, but I think Naomi. I'm still going Naomi.
And Pyro, you picked that Kerr, right?
Yeah, you picked Stephanie when we went over Money in the Bank predictions Monday. Yeah, you picked Stephanie.
Yeah, your pick. Okay, gotcha.
Pyro also says,
Yeah.
I'm an independent. Things would be great if Jesse the Body Ventura was president. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
He is a former governor. He is a former governor. You know what would be funny if who was president? Glenn Jacobs. Kane. Mayor of Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Sorry. Knoxville, Tennessee. My bad.
No, it's the same thing.
Yeah. But imagine the big red president, the big red machine Kane as president. That would be something.
Yeah. That would be great. Hold on a second.
Just don't say May 19th in front of Kane, though.
All right, Pyro, you're now a mod on the network. There you go. I always forget how to do that.
So David says the Iconics run the TNA pre-show tonight.
Yeah.
Billy Kay and Peyton Royce.
Yeah. I miss the Iconics, dude. No, yeah, that is his favorite.
Who the Iconics?
That's going on.
That was Julia.
It's a mod. It's a mod. You're a mod now. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're a mod Pyro. So it's like if there's like any trolls, then you get them out. Yep, apparently the Iconics have returned to TNA. Or the Inspiration, rather. They're called the TNA.
Yep. It's funny.
Well, Devil's Kiss, no.
Dude, I'm telling you, tomorrow all day I'm gonna try to defeat that Money in the Bank. I'm gonna try all day tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck, Mitch. Oh, David says, is Saraya coming back to WWE, Nick? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if she is. She's a free agent. I would say if she comes back, probably Evolution would be the date she comes back. But she is a free agent. But it wouldn't shock me if she comes back, and I think she does come back.
I don't think she'll wrestle though.
Yeah. I think your days as a wrestler are unfortunately over.
Yeah.
She's better as like a manager, like a GM or something like that. But as a wrestler, I think, and the fact she's very injury prone as well, I don't think she really needs to wrestle anymore.
Oh, Naomi, no!
Naomi gets a devil's kiss from La Primera.
I can't believe
Julia.
I can't believe AEW fumbled back her too.
She wrestled on Forbidden Door last year against Mercedes, and they didn't even attempt to sign her.
I know.
And honestly, she made the right choice of signing with WWE. She would have done fuck all in AEW. I'm telling you now. Like, Mercedes has 5 belts. Stephanie Becker in NXT had 2 belts at Roadblock this past March. She would have never got that in AEW.
What?
It's like foolish on Tony Khan for not even attempting to sign Stephanie or Julia.
I wish I could be a wrestler. Yeah, you're probably a good manager. I don't know what I would do.
I'll tell you what, being a wrestler is not easy.
It's not.
It's a lot of training that goes into it. You got to be in good shape. You have to have good cardio. And if you don't work, and you got to work with cardio. If you can't, like if you don't have good cardio, and if you're not in good shape, especially you don't have good cardio, you could really hurt yourself and or your opponent pretty bad, because your opponent's life is in your hands pretty much.
Yep.
So being a wrestler, I mean, I say to anyone, if I'm gonna say this honestly, this is coming from Nick Fiore, the person real inside me. Whatever you want to do in your life, no matter what it is, I don't care what you want to do in your life. If you want if you want something, I say go for it. Chase your dreams, follow your dreams. Just understand it's not going to be easy. Nothing is easy in life in general. Being a pro wrestler is definitely very difficult. Like you got to be the hardest working guy or girl in the room, and you got to work your ass off. Especially in wrestling, not just in-ring character-wise, you got to really have good check marked. Because if you don't have both of those check marked, you're never really going to go anywhere in the industry. So that's very important. So any advice I could give is that right there. I mean, any wrestler will tell you being a wrestler is not easy. I mean, just the training they have to go through, the bumps they take, they travel a lot, they're always dieting, they're always traveling on the road all the time, trying to catch their flight on time. It's more of like a lifestyle, and it's very hard. When you're on the road like 200, 300 plus days, you're on the road off and away from your family, and it's not easy at all. And I don't think a lot of people really realize that or see that or understand that. It's not easy.
All right.
Pyro Production says, I want to see R-Truth versus Santino Marella.
Yeah, TNA's interested in getting R-Truth.
Yes, apparently. There are rumors that TNA does definitely want to sign R-Truth to a contract. I'd say do it. He was the first ever NWA World Champion in the early days of TNA? I say go for it. Truth wasn't the first, but was NWA champion, says Pyro in the chat.
Yeah.
Mm.
What? What are you chanting?
I think they're chanting, trying to hear. I think they're trying cheer for Rhea or Stephanie, I think. Looks like the TILB.
Yeah, it was Stephanie.
La Primera. Here comes Rhea. Razor's Edge and the Shining Wizard from Rhea. Naomi breaks up the count. Dropkick from Stephanie. Julie with a dropkick. Alexa Bliss, Sister Abigail DDT. Super kick from Roxanne and Rhea Ripley now. Headbutt. Riptide to Roxanne Perez. Here we go. No, DDT from Roxanne. Wow.
They're bleeping out.
Oh, jeez. Typical USA Network. Another reason why Smackdown needs to get the hell off USA Network. These networks are so fucking pussified, bro. I swear. Naomi refuses to tag. Eat defeat from Stephanie, and Roxanne's now getting the riptide from Rhea. Hits it. Rhea Ripley, Stephanie Betcare, and Alexa Bliss win. So babyfaces stand tall, and Rhea got the pin. That means Rhea's not winning tomorrow.
It's gonna be either Naomi or Roxanne Perez. It looks like.
So Rhea stood tall. She's definitely not winning. So yeah,
I'm sticking with Naomi here.
me too.
We still got a tag team match.
Yeah. Then the Cody Rhodes, John Cena, Jey Uso, Logan Paul segment. Uh-oh. Fatu was right there. So Solo and Mateo basically talking shit about Fatu, and Fatu is right there. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Your split is coming. It's coming.
It's probably going to be a Money in the Bank.
I could see that. I'll be right back, by the way.
All right. I got LA Knight and Naomi winning. I'm not a big. Here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of LA Knight. Yeah, I know that. Oh, it's Bo Down. It's Uncle Howdy. And guys, just a reminder, I will not be on SmackDown next Friday. So Adam, Carl will be taking my spot. Everything will be created. Everything will be set for Nick. So yeah, that was good.
And I am back. So so SmackDown Tag Division getting on the same page against the Wyatt Six, I see. Up next, Penta and Andrade versus the Creed brothers. Miedo. Miedo.
Hey, Chris, what is up? I am calling it now. Roxanne Perez wins Money in the Bank tomorrow night. We got Naomi, but I would not be mad if Roxanne wins.
Me neither. She's actually my backup plan B to win. If it doesn't go to Naomi.
Naomi is too obvious to be the one to win Money in the Bank.
I mean, she's done good character work, though.
Yeah.
And I think I mean, she deserves it. And she's not been champion since 2017, almost like 8 years. So, and she's been putting in some really good work as a heel as of late. So why not reward her? I mean, Roxanne, I wouldn't mind, but at the same time, it's too early. Stephanie and Julia, too early. They just got here to the main roster. Alexa Bliss is not winning. And then Rhea Ripley winning. She's already a made woman. She does not need the briefcase at all. I'm going Naomi, and she, honestly, out of all the women, deserve it, in my most honest opinion. She's been putting in the work, so why not? Plus, you can play a bigger story with Naomi with the briefcase with this Bianca Belair stuff with Jade Cargill, because I do think Bianca has somewhat to do with the Naomi attack on Jade Cargill late last year. And it could bleed into SummerSlam and involve Tiffany Stratton for the women's title, and I would say maybe have her drop the title at least SummerSlam and drop it to Bianca or Naomi. That's what I would do. So I'm going Naomi.
I just want to get to the tag team match.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
If Naomi doesn't win Money in the Bank, you owe me when Roxanne Perez wins Money in the Bank. Who's the third? Hold on. Who was the third in that tag match?
On the heel
It was
side,
Naomi, Roxanne, and who?
Julia.
Well, Julia's not going to win it.
No, not Julia. Alexa Bliss is not winning. Stephanie Vaquer would be nice, but she just got here.
So did Roxanne Perez, though.
Yeah. But I feel like Roxanne, though she could get away with a little bit more main roster experience, a little exposure than Stephanie.
Yeah.
Because she had that little thing she had with Bayley at the beginning of the year for a little bit. But if I had to choose a backup, then it would be Roxanne, but I think it goes to Naomi.
We shall see.
Roxanne's 50-50, but I'm going Naomi.
I want them to start off tonight.
So you think the Women's Money in the Bank opens the show?
That's what I want, yeah.
So Women's Money in the Bank opens the show. I think the tag match closes the show. I would say the Women's Money in the Bank, then Becky and Lyra, then the Men's Money in the Bank, and then the tag team match.
Yeah.
Now, it depends on who they have wrestle first at Worlds Collide, Stephanie Vaquer or Chad Gable, because they're pulling double duty that same day.
I'm glad there's no Alberto Del Rio anymore.
Yeah, fuck Del Rio. Yeah, fuck that asshole, Alberto Del Dipshit. That's what Adam Carl and I call him, Alberto Del Dipshit.
All right, Chris, that's your opinion. We got to wait and see till tomorrow. You know what would be funny? I don't see this happening, but if Chad Gable wins Money in the Bank. Oh, God, America. That would be funny.
It would, but though, I gotta tell you something. Chad Gable and El Grande are the same person. Don't even
I know that.
They're not. They're the same person. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, they're two different people. They're the same guy. Don't listen to anybody. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. They're the same person.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would be. If someone were to win Money in the Bank for females, and you did not, who would you not want to win Money in the Bank?
Who do I
For
not
females.
want to win Money in the Bank? Rhea Ripley. I don't want to win.
Okay.
I love Rhea Ripley. She's great, but she doesn't need the briefcase.
What about for the men's?
For the men's, I do not want to see Solo Sikoa winning.
Okay.
Don't want to see Solo winning.
I want to see Penta win.
What?
I want to see Penta win.
It would be different, but I don't see him winning. Because I think we get Penta versus El Grande in a mask versus mask match at SummerSlam, and that's where El Grande gets unmasked as Chad Gable, and they end the rivalry there.
That's what I thought they were going to do at Worlds Collide for the longest time.
They're probably prolonging it till SummerSlam, I believe. I think that's what they're going with in New Jersey.
Wait, you're going to both nights, right?
Yes, both nights, yes.
So Chris says Rhea Ripley and Solo.
Yeah, I don't want either of those two winning.
Yeah, Chris, if she does not win this year, she'll probably win next year.
Yeah, I would say next year's Roxanne's time, and she's what, in their 20s? She's got plenty of time.
She's 23.
23. There's no rush for Roxanne. No rush. I would say just take your time with Roxanne Perez. You don't need to crown her champion right away. Oh, Vikingo.
Yep.
Vikingo going to check Gable over the barricade. Oh, Judas effect from Andrade. That back elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Another one. Mexican Destroyer. Penta and Andrade win.
Oh, wow. No Seth Rollins.
Nope.
So they're not winning.
No, Penta and Andrade are not winning. El Grande's definitely not winning. El Grande, Penta, Andrade not winning. Speaking of Seth,
This whole show has been centered around Seth Rollins.
it really has. Took a LA Knight. I was going to take out Andrade and Penta.
My God.
Ron Breaker with a vicious spear on Andrade. Ooh, senton from Bronson on Penta. Curb
That
stomp
was a
on
bad
Andrade.
curb stomp.
Yeah,
That's better.
much better curb stomp on Penta. So, I don't know. Seth, there's no way he's winning tomorrow.
Roman Reigns is definitely coming in.
And he should. Uh-oh. Bronson Reed, a tsunami on Penta. Uh-oh. Nice callback, Wade Barrett with the tsunami.
Yeah.
Remember those black and gold days? That was nice. Callback. Days of old, black and gold. So Seth is not winning. Andrade's not winning. Penta's not winning. El Grande's not winning. Solo, I don't think is winning. And he was talking with Mateo backstage moments ago, said, all gas, no brains. With Solo
Yeah.
talking about Jacob. So, and Solo's in Money in the Bank, not Jacob. I don't know. Maybe Jacob costs Solo Money in the Bank. If he's at ringside for the match for Solo for tomorrow, then he's costing Solo. Roman Reigns might come back tomorrow, and he should. I'm going Seth, but I think LA Knight deserves it more. It's his year.
Yep.
And he needs a move to Raw bad. A nice change of scenery. He stands no chance of being a world champ on SmackDown. He has a better shot of being a world champ over on Monday Night Raw. He's done everything on SmackDown. How many times can we see LA Knight versus the Bloodline? Like, get him away from the Bloodline, and LA Knight could absolutely use a nice fresh coat of paint and a move over to Monday nights. So, I think LA Knight deserves it. It's his time. And it's his third Money in the Bank. You got to give him the briefcase. Got to.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that's not necessarily the case, though, Chris.
Oh, come on.
Uh-oh. Paul Heyman calling Bakersfield Bakers bitches.
Here's Cody.
Cody Rhodes. Adrenaline in my soul.
The timing on my on the thing is off.
Whoa.
Yeah, mine is off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to refresh. All right, let's see if that works.
Uh-oh. So this is interesting.
Oh, here comes 5 minutes of yeeting.
Mm. They did it last week. 10 minutes of fucking eating, went to commercial, then back to eating.
Yep. Hey,
There you go.
that's great.
Yeah.
I love when they do that.
Holding a little kid with eating.
Yeah. It's on me now, Oops.
Yeah.
SmackDown's gonna feel rushed at the end.
It is. They got 15 minutes left in the show. It's 11:15.
If Cena wins through Riot,
Mm.
yep, commercial break. So basically, the Seth Rollins faction walks out and does nothing.
They have a little stare down, but someone I just scrolled through X. I think this is a day or the 3-year anniversary. Remember when Cody Rhodes wrestled in a cell against Rollins and had the torn pec?
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this the 3-year anniversary of that?
yeah.
Maybe that's why they had them stare down. But I remember that Hell in a Cell, man, that Cody tore his pec while training.
Yep.
That brutal purple pec, that was nasty. But he still did the match and finished it and won. Something tells me this ending segment's going to be rushed.
So here we go.
Well, it was a brawl. Logan Paul. AA on Jey Uso. Pulverizer on Cody Rhodes. Frog Splash on Cody Rhodes. Another Frog Splash, but on Jay Uso, not Jimmy. I don't know why I even almost said Jimmy.
You know, I said this on Raw. Jay Uso's in 3 rivalries.
Yeah,
That is crazy.
With this, and then Seth Rollins.
And then Gunther.
Yeah, Gunther.
Dream of what the WWE is will be ruined. This is your future. I take this home. He takes that to the top. The last real champion and the moment maker.
They're really trying to push Logan here.
Yeah.
Future face of the WWE. Bakersfield, humble yourselves for the humblest. The future world heavyweight champion, Logan Paul.
I think that will happen in like in a year.
Yeah.
I don't see it now.
Nah, me neither.
What the hell are you doing?
The hell?
Why are you doing this?
Yeah, I don't even know why.
No, to make a statement. I still can't believe Cena's last year.
Yeah.
They're less than 24 hours away from meeting up at Money in the Bank in a tag team match.
We want truth
saying
shots now breaking
yeah.
out.
Ah! Ah!
You want our truth? Our truth is right here, staring you in the face, and there's not a damn thing you or anyone who fights for you can do.
That was a great line.
I didn't expect that.
You hypocrites chant for truth. You are all pathetic liars.
Wow.
This is why you're losers. Take a good look, because it's my last time here in Bakersfield. And remember these words. Winners write the history books. Ladies and gentlemen, your future champion and the last real champion.
So Cody and Jay are winning on tomorrow.
Logan's getting the pin.
Yep.
All right, guys, that concludes SmackDown.
Yep.
Thank God.
Too long, but
Yeah.
so tomorrow, Money in the Bank, watch along.
Yep.
No watch along for Worlds Collide. We'll be on for Money in the Bank watch along tomorrow.
I won't be
7
there.
o'clock. Nope, Mitch won't be there. Mitch won't be there, but I will be there.
I'll try to catch the end.
Yeah.
But with that being said, guys, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Nick,
So is this guy.
I'll catch you later, man. Guys,
Yep.
hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell. We'll catch you all later, man.
Yep.
Peace.